Battlefield 5, 8 months after launch, is still getting the shit show of critics from every kind of direction you can ever think of. From YouTubers, the community, other gamers, and even competitors when it comes to making a game that actually makes a statement that Battlefield 5, you suck. That's basically it. But honestly, let's get on to the point. Where everything is going wrong with Battlefield, we forget to talk about what things are going right. And of course there's going to be some difficulties on upcoming challenges when it comes to the new updates, the new maps, a conquest mode on Alsundan, which is giving DICE a hell of a time. I am thinking, why can't we leave this game alone for a while and just let DICE do their job? Is it that simple? Or am I just stupid? Now, going into this video, I was thinking of going maybe into the timeline and talking about what happened with Battlefield 5 from the beginning, from the release trailer to the official game launch. But honestly, I don't think people want to watch that. Let's just get to the point. Why can't DICE get this game right, and why can't the critics leave this game alone? There are some different theories of why DICE didn't get this game from the beginning. One theory being that Battlefield 5 was not supposed to be a World War II shooter. It was supposed to be a modern day Bad Company 3 shooter that has its place during the Vietnam or Cold War era. Now, we didn't get that, so here we are with a World War II shooter, more or less looking like a Battlefront 2 ripoff with microtransactions put into the game. Something that we didn't want to see, but obviously a lot of people are enjoying it. They want to buy skins and customizations and real costumes with real money. It feels like, man, you're wasting your money. But who am I to blame? If you want to spend your money, go ahead. I'm not going to spend $1 on getting some weird customization that I'm not going to use anymore. I saw enough of that during the loot box epidemic of paying money to get skins for the guns in Battlefield 1. That was as close as I could get pissed off when it came to microtransactions and realizing that EA and DICE were ripping me off for a game that I already paid for. But enough of that. That's the small amount of money that actually DICE can get from this game, because the premium system gone, no extra money coming into the game revenue, and the development team is doing, well, more or less poorly, let's just say. They're doing the best they can, but it's not good enough. And we see this in the game. The quality of the game is not as good as it could be. The lag issues, the bugs, all the other fixes and stuffs that we don't even know about, and updates that actually broke the game more than fixed it. And these issues are not new to the development team, but instead of making a patch to fix the game, they kind of broke it instead. Not to the point that you couldn't play it anymore, but to the point that people got sick of it and didn't want to play anymore. You're trying to get into a game of Conquest, you get thrown out 3 or 4 times before you say, fuck off and I'm not going to play this game anymore. And you go off and play, I don't know, GTA or what I know, Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm just spitting out Rockstar games at the moment. That's not the point. The point is that DICE are having some issues, and I've been asking for this for such a long time. I want to see honesty from the development team and them talking to us in an open state that we can understand and actually get the voice to us and saying, okay, now we know the issue. But that's not happening. We're not getting the information and everything that we want to know. We're just getting the information that, well, there's an update going on, we need to do this, we need to do that. Well, fine, but talk to us. We're the community. You ask us for opinions all the time, and you ask us for advice and guidance when it comes to game developing. But sometimes it just feels like you want to take a shit on us and dump us wherever you want to go. And I know that's not your meaning. I know that you don't want to do that, because if you do that, then you lost. The community is your living. And EA know this, DICE know this. So, once again, let's be open, DICE. Talk to us. And if you don't, just sad. Now, to the other point that I was going to discuss and kind of wrapping up this video about, why can't DICE be left alone? Or rather not, why can't Battlefield 5 be left alone? Now, this is a media storm that has been going on ever since the release trailer with female characters and the statements of EA and DICE and I don't know, left and right. It's been too much to really keep track on. So I'm not trying to capitalize anything, I'm not trying to recap anything as well, because it's too difficult to keep up. The difficulties has been from the beginning. And all around from the start, it was the forcement of equalization and trying to force the players to getting some kind of an equality thing that players really didn't want to. They understand in some point that they want to have equality in the world, but they don't want to be forced upon with these things. I know that some other YouTubers has said this, and it's a very important point. Until it was pointed out to me, I didn't understand why people hated Battlefield 5 so much, because I was at the same kind of opinion as DICE and EA was, of standing on the right side of history and all of that. But in a gaming community, that doesn't work as well when it comes to games, because what we want as a gaming community, we want games that work, we want to have a quality game, we want something good for our money. That's basically it. Don't force these things upon players when they don't need it. Lesson 1. Lesson 2 of why Battlefield 5 can't be left alone, because the hatred of Battlefield is so big all around the world and all around the gaming community. When Battlefield is not doing good, the vultures are coming up, and all the negative streams, the negative bindings, and the negative YouTubers are going to have their glory of fortune. They're gonna have their peak at their top of the world with their views and their criticism of the game. It's going to be wonderful for them, and they have spiraled throughout these last 8 couple of months, and that's dangerous, especially since YouTubers has such an impact on the gaming community today as they didn't have maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. But today they have, with the influence of getting the information spread on everybody around the world when it comes to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Every social media is used as a tool for the YouTubers to get their information out, and the streams and the views are giving them money to do even more of these kind of videos. And this is kind of boring at the moment. I thought that I was going to be negative in my next video against Battlefield 5, but honestly, the latest update, they fixed the game pretty good now. So I am willing to forgive them, because even though the latest update, which actually broke the game more than it fixed it, was something that ticked me off a couple of times, I haven't seen the bigger issues that I saw in that update at the moment, so I'm willing to forgive them for that mistake. But I am telling DICE as my only criticism in this video that don't do it again. And if you do it again, it's going to be a lot more shouting than it was the last time. It's not a warning. I know you do your best, and I hope that you understand this. If anybody of you is watching and listening to what I'm saying, I know that you're doing your best, and I appreciate this game, the hellfire from this game sometimes, and the amount of fun that I can have. I didn't feel that when the game released, but today I can, even though it's lack of content that actually bugs me when it comes to this game. But I can still play it, and I appreciate you taking the time of doing it in the best way you can. But don't do it again. Watch for the traps when it comes to development. I have no clue what traps there are, but you should know. So, lesson number 2, don't do it again. And the negative YouTubers, let's not give them any more influence, should we? I know that criticism is a good thing, but when it comes to criticism to the point that it's only criticism, like a record on spinning and doing like a repeated stance of same word all over again. It feels such drag. Come on, this game is good enough to play. I know the negative critics are better than the positive ones, but I want to see some positive modes out there, and I know I can't influence every single YouTuber by myself. I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a content creator, not a YouTuber itself, because I don't have that many stream followers, I don't have that many continuation on my videos. I just try to play and have fun. And I hope that everybody who watches and listens to this understands my point when it comes to leaving Battlefield 5 alone and getting on with the positive things that makes Battlefield 5 a great game. Now, we're still waiting on a lot of content, we're still waiting on a lot of things that DICE is supposed to put into this game, so we cannot speculate on anything really. We can only watch and see what's going to happen. And with that, I'm just going to leave it there for you in the community to talk it out, and hopefully we'll have a nice discussion of why we can't leave this game alone. I know the critics want to speak out, and the negative voices are always the loudest ones, but let's get the positive voices higher now, and let's just boost DICE and EA to the better skies that they deserve, at least DICE. I don't have much for EA. Honestly, I don't like them, but I buy the games. Let's just bring this game to the best, because we're the community, we make this game good. My name is MrProSteele, and if you like this video, subscribe, like it, and share it with your friends. I'll be here on YouTube and on Facebook with game tag MrProSteele on the Xbox One community. I'll see you on the battlefield.